Hey guys, Stephen China here, and in this video we're going to go through what is probably the most important aspect of this business, and that's understanding the importance of having a sales funnel process. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, if you really want to create a real business that's going to be automated, then you're going to need a sales funnel process that's going to make you money even when you sleep and doesn't require you to literally sit at your computer 24/7. Now, the one thing that I see many people fail with, and a lot of those who come to me, is that I find they have no solid structure, and in other words, they have no sales funnel. They sign up to a company, they get a product to sell, but they really don't have a process in order to make those sales. And the only way that they're going to make sales is if they email or maybe they talk to the customer directly. But whatever it is, they really have no plan of attack. And it's important for you to really understand what a sales funnel really is for. Okay, so when you get a certain amount of leads, and let's just say you get 200 people that opt into your squeeze page. Now, what most people do is they just simply redirect them to a sales page and that's it. And if they don't make sales, then they're just like, hey, what's going on? And usually your main sales are going to be made up on the follow-up when you keep emailing your list. However, you want to have an automated process from the very beginning to help you make some money. And usually your main sales are going to be made up on the follow-up when you keep emailing your list. However, you want to have an automated process from the very beginning to help you make some money, and so that way when you come through, basically this allows you to buy more traffic, because if you can break even or at least get into profit after you buy traffic initially, then when you keep emailing your list over and over and over, you make more money, which turns you into profit at that point. But you need to lead your ideal customer down a process to buy what you're selling. So for me, I'm currently selling high ticket programs and the odd few affiliate programs. So I want to walk you through my process. And if you've been opening up these emails and going through this bootcamp training, you're going to understand how this process works because you went through it step by step. Now, I have a couple of different sales funnels. This is the main one coming from my blog, but for the most part, I'm leading people through this sales funnel. Even when they opt into squeeze pages at different places, they don't just have to come to my blog to go through this actual sales funnel. And as you notice, my whole site is geared towards getting opt-ins. The banner up here, which leads to a squeeze page, the opt-in form on the sidebar. There are usually opt-ins on my blog posts and pages also, but once somebody opts in, they get redirected to this page. Now, this is Who is Stephen China? And basically what this page is, it lets you know who I am, what you will learn from me, and what you can expect. And guys, this is so important. What most people do 99% of the time is that they just redirect to something to buy. Now, I do most methods. Sometimes I'll redirect them immediately to an offer if I'm promoting a program or something like that. But a lot of the time, and I'm talking about 80% if not more, I will let people opt in and see the video. Most people, when they opt into something, they're used to being sold to. But when they opt in my funnel, I am building a relationship with you right from the start. I'm letting you know that, hey, I'm the person whose emails you're going to want to be opening. I'm going to show you how to build a business the right way. And I'm not just going to constantly sell to you. I'm actually going to show you how to get good results with this business. So essentially, I'm pre-framing you as you come onto my list to let you know who I am and what you can expect. Now, the next thing that I do is I have this ebook right here. So now if you have something like that, you want to have a step one, letting them know how to download your ebook, or you might also want to give away a video or a plugin. So basically what this is what you call your thank you page. And once someone subscribes to your list, they go to the thank you page, which is usually where they get their ebook or whatever it is you're giving away in order to entice them to opt into your squeeze page. Now, the next thing I do is that I tell them to connect with me on Facebook pages, and the reason I do this is basically to make myself available so people can ask me questions and they can reach out to me. I mean, no matter how big I get, I will always do this. I will always personally respond to all my Facebook messages and have that one-on-one customer experience with my customers. And by doing so, I find it makes me a lot more money. It helps me learn about my customers and what they're struggling with so I can create content to help them. And as an overall process, it works extremely well for me. And you don't have to do this if you don't personally want to. And if you just want to send people to a Facebook fan page, you can. The main reason I do this is because I like interacting with my customers, and it's also something I enjoy. So that's my choice, but personally I like to guide them to me. I'm kind of explaining the process to you, how you would set your sales funnel, however you'd want to do it. Maybe you have different social media channels, but for me personally, Facebook is my favorite platform. Now, the next one that I'm doing recently is a lot of video marketing, and I guide people to follow me on my YouTube channel, because basically between my Facebook profile and my YouTube channel, this is like a second or third email list. So you have your email subscriber list, which is your number one asset, but you should also treat them as different email lists too. You want to be able to get in front of your perfect customer in multiple channels, because the more you're in front of them, the better. So I have them download my ebook, add me on Facebook, and then YouTube. And keep in mind, most people are not going to be following too many steps. They may do a couple of these, some people may not even do any of them. So I'd always suggest keeping it to 2 or 3 maximum, because you're not going to get people to do 5 or 6 steps. That's going to be asking way too much. And then, of course, if you want to go to the next lesson immediately, they can. If not, what happens is every single day I automatically load it up in my email autoresponder to send out the next message or send out the next day's lesson. So let me show you this. What happens is we go to day 1, and then the first thing I have here is my reason why video. And basically the reason I have this is I'm explaining to you why you need to figure out your reason why. Because if it's just some money, you're not going to make that much money. It's not really going to make you work that hard. For me, my reason why was getting out to China and giving my family a better life. So that's why I work hard, because that's more important to me than just getting rich. My main reason why comes first. But everybody has their own reason why. Maybe yours is, you just want a high value car. It really doesn't matter, but everybody has their real reason as to why they're doing this. You can't take money to the grave. You have to have some kind of real passion that is driving you to build this business. And then what I do in the next step is, here I'm showing them how to set up a blog, whether you use paid traffic or free traffic. And what you need to understand is, or what you're doing is, you're leading your perfect customer down a process to sell them whatever it is you're selling. So in my case, I'm an affiliate for multiple programs, including things like hosting and stuff like that. And a lot of times this is where a lot of affiliates go wrong. They're just thinking about, how can I get somebody to buy this? So they're constantly sending them to a sales page and sending them to all these different types of offers. Something you should understand is that the majority of sales are made when people buy from people they like and trust. They don't just go and buy something just because it looks cool. Some people do, but you have a very, very small percentage of that audience that is just going to buy something because it just looks amazing. They're going to buy from you because they like how you teach, they like the kind of person you are, and they like what you represent. This is something that should be important to anyone serious about their online business. So for me, my basic process is, look, this is how I build my business. This is exactly what I do. And if you copy me and do what I do, you're going to get good results. So what people do in return, and I get people all the time, and this is what you want to do, you want to build such a relationship with your audience that they love you. They want to buy through your affiliate links. I've had people message me before saying, hey Steve, do you have an affiliate link for this? And I'm not even promoting it. I will just say, no, it's okay. I don't promote that, but just go ahead. But it's really cool that people like you so much that you're teaching them how to build a business that they want to buy through your affiliate links. And how you do that is you learn, you do, and you teach. So I get this question all the time. People say, but Steve, how do I create a sales funnel? Because I really don't know that much about it. I don't really know how to do all this. Well, right now you're learning skills that I'm teaching you, and you're more than welcome to copy my funnel process, especially if you end up joining in the programs that I'm in. If you want to model off everything I do, then go ahead, because it's going to align with what you're doing. But I want to make this clear. Guys, I don't really approve of anyone copying my blog content and then going ahead and posting it on their own blog, because that's not cool and it's stealing. So just please respect that. However, I don't care if you model off of everything you watch my videos and put in your own words, or you structure them in the same way. Whatever it takes you to get better results, I'm 100% for it. I said that I want to help you, and I'm going to keep to that. Okay, now on day 2, let's go back to the point of what we're actually talking about. I'm just trying to explain to you why I do things the way I do, because the whole point is to build a relationship with people, taking them through a process and making affiliate commissions along the way. So let's say you spend $200 on solo ads, And then you get 2 or 3 people that sign up to your hosting, because here I'm also selling my own custom blog packages, which is right here. So I have another chance to make some money as somebody goes to the sales funnel. And then also if somebody buys Bluehost, which is the host that I use, or they buy the Optimized Press theme, those are other affiliate links. And that's what I always recommend to people. So if people buy those are affiliate commissions that you'll get. So you get some people to buy those after you've paid $200 in paid traffic. And at that point, you're buying traffic at a steal, or you have pretty much broken even on your ad spend. But that's the goal anyway. And then you just keep marketing to your list and you're going to make more money as you go. Now with day 3, I'm teaching about reverse engineering, what I'm doing, the systems I use and stuff like that. Then I plug in Optimized Press again because it's a phenomenal tool to have, because as well as setting up your own blog, you can create squeeze pages, landing pages and webinar pages with ease. So using Optimized Press to set up your funded proposal is going to be ideal. Plus it gives me another day to make money as people go through my sales funnel. And then day 4, basically I'm explaining the business models and the different types of business models that you can run. And of course, all these programs are stuff that I use. So the one thing that you want to do when you create your sales funnel and guiding people through the process is don't promote junk products, because if you promote stuff that you don't like or you've never used or something like that, then you're really just a hypocrite at that point. I would never suggest anything that I have not used myself before. People are going to be really upset if you send them to junk products or scams and stuff that is just horrible. So I really do suggest that you always test out the products you intend on promoting. For me, every single one of these I use in my business. So I actually have Optimized Press and I'm also with my top tier business. I don't put anything on here that I don't personally use or know that's not a high quality product. So as you guide people down this automated sales funnel, or as I like to call it, bootcamp training, basically you're teaching them how to build a business and what they need to do. And then you also show them what you use in order to build your business. So your process will eventually have them sign up under the stuff that you're also going to be using. And then right here on day 5, I'm explaining why you need to incorporate high ticket affiliate programs and why I also like them. And of course, here it's my top tier business, which is my favorite income stream. So I want to reiterate, because I'm not going to go through every single day here as there's quite a few more to go, but basically what you're doing is as someone comes onto your list, you're introducing who you are, what they can expect, and then each day you're going to teach them the basics of what they need to do. Now obviously almost in every single day you're promoting some type of affiliate product, but you're not just doing it to make a commission, you're actually showing them how they can use it and why it's beneficial to their business to use it. So your whole goal as you go through this is to, number 1, help your customers so they understand what they really need to get up and running. And then number 2, to make commissions as they go along, which is going to help you reinvest and scale your business. Because at the end of the day, the more traffic you can get, the bigger your lists get and the more money you end up making. But if you don't have the sales funnel in place, you're going to be running blind and you're going to wonder why you haven't made that much money after you spent money. So a sales funnel is going to be a must. It cuts out all the manual assistance and seriously helps automate your business. And as soon as people come through and onto your list, whether it be via free traffic or paid traffic, if you're sleeping and people come through your sales funnel and then they make a purchase, you'll wake up in the morning and you have money in your bank account. So trust me, you're going to be much happier that you put in the work and you built this right the first time, compared to if you said, oh, it's a lot of work, I don't want to do it. After some testing with your audience, I'm telling you guys that you could wake up, check to see how much sales that have come through and whilst you've been sleeping, and you'll be surprised. And it's because of this sales funnel or this bootcamp training right here. So maybe already at this point, you've already bought some stuff from me. I don't know, maybe you haven't. But there are a lot of people as they go through this and they're glad to do it because I'm showing them what they need to do. I'm not trying to shyster them into buying. I'm showing them why they need it, why I use it. And by doing so, it's making me affiliate commissions along the way. So you're helping people, you're making money at the same time, and you're also automating your business. So if you really wanted to scale your business, I highly suggest that you create one of these. You don't have to make it as long or as detailed as me. Just take them through a basic process, introducing them to the simple things that they need to do to get them up and running. And then, of course, plug your affiliate links to show them how to actually do that. It's a pretty simple process and you'll be happy that you put in the work to set up your own high converting sales funnel. Alright, so I hope that's given you a good insight, and that's it for this video. This is Steve from StevenChina.com, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Thanks guys.